In this video, we will show you how to properly set up a distillation. You will need grease, boiling chips, a thermometer with a ring, a 50 milliliter round bottom flask, a thermometer adapter, a distillation adapter, a water-cooled condenser, and a vacuum adapter. You'll need a rubber band, hoses to hook up to your water condenser, a graduated cylinder, and 2 conical vials labeled 5 and 15. You'll need a heating mantle, wooden blocks to support it, and a variac. You can also set up a clamp to hold your 50 milliliter round bottom flask when you're adding your 2 alcohols. So we're going to start building, and we always build from the ground up. So you're going to have your wood blocks and your heating mantle ready, and then you're going to secure the 50 milliliter round bottom flask using a small clamp. Then you take your distillation adapter and use a little vacuum grease to grease the joints. Attach the distillation adapter to your 50 milliliter round bottom flask, making sure that you have a good seal. Then attach the water-cooled condenser to the distillation adapter and secure it with a clamp. Be patient, it often takes a lot of time to adjust the clamps to the right height. Then grease the joint on your water-cooled condenser and attach the vacuum adapter. Then secure it using a rubber band. Now we'll want to attach our hoses. The bottom part of the water-cooled condenser is the water in. This part of the hose will be attached to the tap. The other hose is the water out. Attach the hose to the condenser and make sure the other end is going into the sink. Then we'll need to add our thermometer adapter. Make sure it's greased before attaching it so you have a good seal. Then take your thermometer and clamp it. Clamp it lightly so you're able to adjust it at this point. And use the red ring and push it in to make sure that you have a good seal and don't lose any vapors in your distillation. Make sure that the thermometer is placed exactly as shown so that it is at the branching point of your distillation adapter. Now you can remove one of your wooden blocks so that you can fill your round bottom flask with your alcohols. Remove the round bottom flask, clamp it in place, and add your 2 alcohols. Once you've added the alcohols, you can add a few boiling chips. Then take your round bottom flask and put it back into the setup. Hold it in place and replace the wooden block, and make sure that the flask is securely clamped so that you don't lose any vapors. Make sure your thermometer is also placed securely and that your joints are sealed up. Now what we want to do is turn on our water-cooled condenser. The easiest way to do this is to hold on to the hose and turn on the tap. You don't want a very high flow of water, just enough to keep the condenser cooled. If you look at the output, the flow should be about this or even lower. Now we're going to start heating. We never ever plug the heating mantle directly into the socket. You always plug it into the variac first. Plug it into the variac and plug the variac into the socket. Then turn it on to a setting of 40 or 4, whatever is on your variac. You should see the light come on. During your distillation, the heat will adjust itself and you will see the light click on and off. That means it's working properly. Now you can put your graduated cylinder under the vacuum adapter and this will fill. You're going to record the temperature at the first drop and when you get to 5 milliliters on your graduated cylinder. When this reaches 5 milliliters, remove the graduated cylinder and take the conical vial labeled 5 milliliters and replace it. Now you will collect 1 milliliter of liquid and also record the temperature. Replace your graduated cylinder and continue to collect until you reach 15 milliliters of liquid. Now you will use the other conical vial to collect 1 more milliliter of liquid and also record the temperature at this point. Once you have finished with that, you can turn off your setup. To do that, you're first going to turn off your variac, and then you want your system to cool. So what you're going to do is remove one block from your system. This will lower the heating mantle and you will cool everything. Everything will be very hot. Make sure you never evaporate to dryness. There should always be some liquid left. Everything will be hot, so don't touch it. But what we are going to do is turn off the water. Pull off the hose directly from the tap so you don't get any water splattering. Then turn off the tap. To clean the joints, the easiest way is to use hexane. Make sure you're wearing gloves. Then grab a Kim wipe and put a little bit of hexane on the Kim wipe using the pipette. Now you can wipe the joints to remove any leftover grease.